Hey YouTube, this is Badass Review here, back with another review. This time I'm doing the Marvel Legends Red Hulk series Build-A-Figure. And I love this figure a lot. I think it's really good. I have the Green Hulk, which I've done a review on, and I think they're both probably like two of my favorite Hulk figures that have ever come out. I know like this is probably like the 6th or 7th Hulk figure that Hasbro's released. And they're like my two favorites. My other favorite one would be the World War Hulk, but I don't really like that head sculpt. But yeah, so Hasbro's come out with these two Hulks, and this one came out before the Green Hulk, which was a re-release. And I actually got this from China, and I think it's a knockoff because the joints on him are not the best. They're kind of weird. Like his arm kind of jiggles right here a little bit. His waist is a little bit loose, and there's I don't know if there was detail ever right here, but there's no detail there. The joints are loose, but it's not like terrible or I would like loose to where I would hate to have this thing. But it's alright. I can live with it. So I actually think that the knockoff is a little bit better because I did a lot of research on how this guy looked from the actual release of him in America, and from what I could tell, there's just like no shading in any part of the figure from what I've heard. But I think the shading's just about as good as the Green Hulk version. There's shading right here going throughout his entire torso area. It might be a little bit hard to see because there's a glare, but you can kind of see where it is. It's like right up in here, down here. There's shading right here, kind of like on the Green Hulk. I think if I get rid of the glare, it won't be there so bad. But yeah, it's there, and he's got some shading there too in his arms. It goes down to his fist. He's got some on his fist as well. So I don't know if the knockoff is better than the original. I think in terms of how it looks, I think it's a lot better. But there's also some. It's pretty much just like the Green Hulk. He's got like the same kind of paint apps that the Green Hulk has. So you can see how it looks on this figure, and then it's pretty much the same right there, which actually looked better. But yeah, so pretty good detail. Really the only problem with this figure is from the joints. I mean, if the joints weren't like as loose as they were, I would 100% love this figure, and I still love them. The joints don't bother me for the price I paid, but I would definitely pick up another one, just because it'd be nice to have two of them, one for display and one to kind of like keep in storage in case I ever need to. But so yeah, I don't have the original to compare it to, and I would the only thing I would rather say also is like you can just kind of notice some weird paint things going on in his joints. There's some blue that marks on his legs here, which is all right. So yeah, I mean it's still fine, but you're not getting like 100% mint quality, but it's still a nice figure. So you had to buy quite a few figures to get this, like the Wolverine, Spiral, Union Jack, Black Spider-Man. You had to buy a couple of them to get this, but I just bought this whole thing whole. So yeah. So let's go over articulation real fast. If you have the Green Hulk and know how that one works, you'll know how this one works. His head is on a ball joint, which you can actually remove the head because the head was separated for like when you actually bought the figure anyway. So the head's on a ball joint. He doesn't look up too well. He looks straight, but you can't make him look upward like he's looking into the sky. It goes down. It rotates 360 degrees, and mine is super tight, which is actually fine because I'd rather it be tight than loose. And I actually like this face sculpt a lot. He's super angry looking. Like, it kind of looks like he's grinning, but he's angry at the same time. I do kind of hate how his eyes though are not the right color. I think they're supposed to be yellow, and the hair color is a little too gray for my taste. I think I mean, it's nice that they put some dry brushing in there or whatever, but it's a little too gray, but it's whatever. Kind of on people's preference, I guess. But I don't know why I didn't mention that before I started articulation, but oh well. Anyways, the arms can go in. They're on the little ball joints there. They can go in and out, rotate 360 degrees. He can rotate at the bicep there. Single joint in the elbow, and a rotation in the wrist, except it's rotating the whole arm. So rotation in the wrist, which is kind of tight, and then he's got a wrist swivel, which is nice. On his waist, he has a ab crunch, which doesn't go back, unfortunately, but it does go forward, and it's on a little ratchet joint, so it'll ratchet every time you turn it. He rotates at the waist. He's got wide jointed ball joints in his leg, so you have to twist it to make it go forward and back, and then you got to twist it again to go in and out. And then he rotates at the upper part of the thigh here, bends at a single joint in the knee, he rotates at the foot, and he bends. So it would have been nice to have a little bit better articulation, and I think some of the articulation is kind of lacking because of the bulk of the figure. But I still think this is the best out of the two. I think these are the two best Hulks that have ever been released because they're more comic book accurate. Most of the other Hulks that have come out, they're more like realistic looking. A lot of people will say that the Red Hulk or the Face-Off Hulk is probably the best because, you know, he's really good for realistic looking you know, characters, but in terms of cartoon, these two look the best. And you know, if you ever watch the Avengers TV show, I mean, these two show up and they don't look exactly the same, but he looks pretty cartoony looking, so that's pretty cool. So as you can see, they're right up against each other, so they're about the same height, or they should exactly be the same height, but I think Red Hulk's a little bit taller because of his hair. And then for a size comparison with Ant-Man, he comes up to his upper torso area, so pretty good size. I think that this is probably the best size. This Face-Off Hulk is pretty tall as well, but I mean this one too, he's pretty tall, and I think he's a bit taller than Thor, and I think that's what everybody wants, is a Hulk that's actually taller than Thor. So I think the two Hasbro released versions of this guy are probably the best for that, and maybe Face-Off Hulk, but I don't have Face-Off Hulk, but oh well. Anyways, so that's my review. Check back for some more reviews that I'm going to be coming out with. I'm waiting on the new Marvel Legend figures to come out, but unfortunately they haven't hit the website yet, but you should stay tuned for that. Pretty soon I'll have the Marvel Legend Iron Man figures, which I'm really excited for because they look pretty sick, and I'll be doing reviews on that. So anyways, check out my channel for other reviewers, other videos. Check out my Facebook page, which is linked below. If you want to, you can comment, subscribe, and rate, and I think that's about it. So you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.